Stocks on Wall Street looked ready to relax their grip on record levels at the open Tuesday, as traders focused on the next wave of key earnings. Reports from banking majors Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs are on deck. What are futures doing? Futures for the Dow Jones Industrial Average YMZ7, plus 0.02% rose 1 point to 22,899, while those for the S&P 500 ESC7, minus 0.02% slipped 1.45 points to 2,554.75. Nasdaq 100 futures NQZ7, minus 0.03% were down 4.50 points at 6,115.75. On Monday, the three major benchmarks all scored record closing highs, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average, plus 0.37% rising 0.4%, the S&P 500 SPX, plus 0.18% ending 0.2% higher, and the Nasdaq Composite Index Comp, plus 0.28% closing with a 0.3% gain. It's all about financial updates on Tuesday, with the third quarter earnings season continuing at full speed through this session. Results from United Health Group Incorporated UNH, plus 0.35%, Johnson & Johnson J&J, minus 0.23%, Morgan Stanley MS, plus 1.33%, and Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated. GS, plus 1.63% are on the docket before the market opens. Third quarter earnings seen as an easy beat, may bring more market records, and after the market closes, International Business Machines Core. IBM, minus 0.18% is slated to report. The dollar got a boost from media reports out late Monday saying that Stanford University's John Taylor, the economist behind the famous Taylor Rule, made a favorable impression on President Donald Trump last week. Taylor is considered one of the more hawkish candidates in the running to become the next Federal Reserve chairman, and his Taylor Rule implies that interest rates should be a lot higher than they are now. The ICE Dollar Index DXY, plus 0.20%, was up 0.1% at 93.442 in Tuesday's trade. What do strategists say? After the records logged on Monday, Hussein Saeed, chief market strategist at FXTM, questioned whether the stock markets can go much higher from here. It looks to me like speculation and greed are driving the current bull market, which could be an indication of the latest stages of an uptrending market. However, it is not a wise decision to sell uptrend markets. Speculation might continue to drive stocks higher, especially if earnings surprise to the upside, he said in a note. For those who'd like to stay invested in the current bull market, Saeed suggested buying protection via the GBO Volatility Index VIX, minus 0.40%, which is currently trading around a historic low. Nobody knows when or what will trigger a sharp correction or a bear market. Timing the market is an almost impossible mission, he said. The Import Price Index for September is slated for release at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. At 9:15 a.m. Eastern, industrial production figures for September are forecast to show a rise of 0.3%. A report on capacity utilization for the same month is due at the same time, followed by a home builders index for October at 10 a.m. p.m. Eastern. No speeches are scheduled from officials at the Federal Reserve. Which stocks are in focus? Shares of Netflix Incorporated. NFLX, plus 1.60%, rose 1.8% ahead of the bell after the streaming service late Monday reported stronger than forecast subscriber growth and revenue for the third quarter. First take, Netflix plans huge movie push as it faces post-Disney reality U.S. Listed shares of Credit Suisse Group AGCS, plus 0.51%, rose 0.4% after Swiss activist investor RBR Capital Advisors AG bought a stake in the bank and reportedly is seeking to split it up. Transenterix Incorporated TRXC, plus 92.47%, jumped 10% in pre-market trade, on track to add to a 93% rally from Monday. That move came after the medical device company received regulatory clearance to market its robotic surgery device. Boeing Company BA, minus 0.38%, shares were down 0.6% in very thin trading volume after rival aircraft maker Airbus Air, plus 2.32%, took a 50.01% stake in Bombardier Incorporated. SC SteriesJets. What are other assets doing? Asian stocks closed mostly higher, but with Chinese stocks SCOMP, minus 0.19%, ended lower ahead of the Communist Party's Congress later in the week. In Europe, most indexes were lower in early trade. Read, 5 reasons why investors need to watch China's National Party Congress. Metals slumped, with silver CIS 7. minus 1.32%, down 1.2%, and gold GCZ 7, minus 0.88%, 0.8% lower. Copper prices lost 0.6%, after hitting their highest level since August 2014 on Monday. Palladium was up 0.5%. Crude oil CLX7, plus 0.52%, rose 0.5%, after Iraqi forces took control of oil fields in Kirkuk.